Hey everyone, our scouting trip to Albania is coming up soon, and these are our top 5 food-related things that we're excited to try out in Albania.
Alright, so my number 5 is...
Cheese!
Cheese.
Wow, anything in particular about cheese?
All the fresh cheese looks so delicious. So, just want to try it.
Yeah.
See what it's actually like. If it's because there's a few dishes that have stuff that people talk about being like cottage cheese in it. So I'm really curious, like, is it actually cottage cheese tasting, or is it just like curds of cheese and that's what people think it is? So I'm just excited to try the fresh cheese.
Yeah, fresh cheese is always really good.
Mm-hmm.
My number 5 is American, Mexican, and Asian options. Mm-hmm. So both in grocery stores and in restaurants. Be curious to see what their take on American and Mexican food is in restaurants there, and particularly Asian grocery store foods. We've been cooking with a lot more Asian ingredients at home here recently, so I'm hoping that we can find a good place to track down some good Asian ingredients there so we can continue cooking those for ourselves while we're over there.
Yeah, some soy sauce and fish sauce and chili crisps.
Hoping to be able to get a wide variety of grocery store foods. That's something that I'm a little worried about that I'm going to end up missing once we're moved. If the availability of non-Albanian goods is a little bit too restricted.
Yeah, as far as I know, most of the American food section consists of like peanut butter in a little itty-bitty jar.
Which is important. I'm sure we'll
important.
have peanut butter cravings at some point, but...
Yeah, peanut butter is definitely one of those staples that I never thought of as being like American, but apparently it is, and yes, it is quite important.
Alright, number 4 thing we're most excited for me, is very similar to my number 5, but just general grocery store variety. So just beyond Asian and American and Mexican foods, just what kind of stuff can and can't we get once we're over there?
As far as like the major grocery stores, or just like the little ones to the big ones?
I guess all of the above. My expectation, I suppose, is that the little ones, or like the food stands and stuff, will mostly be local stuff. So I think it'll probably be the bigger stores and the chains that we'll find the variety in, but I guess I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Yeah.
And what's your number 4?
My number 4 is fugazi.
And what is that?
It's one of the dishes that's a traditional dish, I believe, in Albania. It has the fresh cheese in it it's like baked in a clay dish with vegetables. It's similar to the tevdua, which has meats in it, but it's just like from what looks like the vegetarian version of it. So I'm a little more excited to try the vegetarian version of it, but I do want to try the meat version of it, but I'm more excited about this one.
So is it like melted liquid cheese, like a soup, or is it like stringy with stuff stuck in the
like
cheese?
Curdly cheese. So like think of like tomato sauce with peppers and tomatoes with like cottage cheese in it.
Okay.
And you can dip bread in it. So any way to eat more bread.
That's true. Bread sounds really good.
Yeah. Alright, so my number 3 is
Kofta.
I've seen it spelled so many different ways, but they call them meatballs typically, but they'll be like a stick of meat formed together, like a linear meatball. But they look delicious everywhere that I've seen them, so I'm excited to try those everywhere.
Yeah.
I assume everyone makes theirs slightly different.
Yeah, I would guess so. That sounds really good, and I have seen those online also, and they look really good.
Yeah, there's one place by the place that we're staying that it looks like that's all that they do is the kofta, so I'm very excited to try it out.
Yeah, grilled meats are always good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my number 3 is beers and wine. And we're not gonna make it up to Korcha on this trip, unfortunately. but they are said to have one of the older breweries in Europe, so we'll have to make it up there at some point. They also have a pretty big brew fest that we're also not going to be up there for this year, but maybe next year. Once we're living over there, we got to try to find a way to secure some lodging up there well in advance from what I hear.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. And then wine, it looks like when we'll shout out Retire Abroad with Patrick again when he does the little walks around various towns. A lot of the houses have grapevines just growing around in their little courtyards, and so seems like they make a lot of their own wine there. And I don't know that we'll be trying just random people's wine, but I suspect that the wine that you can get is pretty good in restaurants or liquor stores, etc. also.
Yeah, I think they have some wineries outside of Durrës that you can go to and try out some wine. I don't know if we'll get there this trip, but I definitely want to try some of the wine country of Albania.
Yeah, we don't really hear about Albanian wine too much in the U.S., but I feel like just given their location and the age of the society,
good.
Yeah, they've got to have some proud wine history there, and I'm excited to partake.
Okay.
Our number 2 foodstuffs that we're excited to try and learn about in Albania, for me, coffee, especially Turkish. We first and I think really only time we've had Turkish coffee was in Texas, of all places, at the Art Museum in Corpus Christi. They have a little cafe there that had some pretty tasty food, but for me the highlight was the Turkish coffee that they made the manual way with the, I can't think of what that's called, this chevsva? I don't know. The little Turkish coffee pot in the hot sand, and the way that it foams up and all the crema you get on that is so good, and I've tried it at home. I can never get it quite right, so I'm excited to go somewhere that they can make it the manual way, the old-fashioned way, and do it correctly, and I can have that delicious, super strong, super creamy, super decadent coffee once again. Not to mention an excuse to sip an espresso several times a day is never a bad thing.
I sense a theme here.
Mm-hmm.
So my number 2 is souvlaki. So my understanding is that this is very similar to gyros, but it's not the same. It's grilled meats and things prepared in a very similar way in flatbread with the french fries and stuff typically. So definitely right up our alleys, and I'm very excited to try it. Looks like there's a few restaurants, and it always looks so good. And having like a good, cheap, quick, tasty option, I'm excited to try and see if we can find the best one.
Yeah, just the number of like fast dish traditional foods that I've seen online, they all look so good, and like here you would pay $25 for it, and
it would be like easily twice as much and all these foods anywhere locally here.
But then again, it was so fresh and so expertly made. Can't wait.
And before we reveal our number 1s, thank you for following along with us on our journey, and please like and subscribe to this video. And once you're down there, please put in the comments if you've been to Albania, what's your favorite part, or if you're considering going, what are you looking forward to the most?
Or if there's any foods that we left off our list that we just need to try while we're out there, let us know that also. And I guess we'll get right back to the thrilling conclusion. Number 1 food that we're most excited for Sarah.
All right. Correct.
Burek.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those where I've seen so many spellings of it. I think these are the 2 main spellings that I've seen. It's very confusing for non-Albanian speakers to understand why there are different spellings everywhere.
I think that a lot of it also, so for those of you who don't know, burek is like a typically breakfast. It's a phyllo dough pastry stuffed with meats and cheeses and spinach a lot of times. And it's really a staple for the entire Balkans. So I think a lot of times it's like national spellings from country to country.
Yeah.
But it's so confusing. Everywhere you look has it a little bit different.
Yeah.
But
it all looks delicious no matter what it's spelled.
Yeah. And I've kind of heard people like poo-pooing it, like it's just burek, or you eat too much burek and it's so plain. But to me,
so good looking.
It looks so freaking good. And you can get this big slice of delicious, hearty pastry for breakfast for next to no money. And it'll fill you up just perfect for you walking around all day, give you plenty of fuel until lunch, and I don't know, a burek and coffee sounds like the perfect way to start a day for me. So I'm excited to do that every single day.
Well, we do have to try the like yogurt drink that's also prevalent in the Balkan countries and the Middle East. There's like a fancy yogurt drink that people love to have with breakfast. It's good for a gut.
That's true.
It's supposed to taste good too, so we'll have to try that too.
Yeah.
Let us know what it's called down below. Maybe we'll be able to try it.
Yeah. But yeah, breakfast is one of my favorites. So give me my coffee and give me my burek, and I will be a very happy boy.
Mm-hmm. And plenty of awesome cafes to check out while we're down there.
Yep, plenty of coffee.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys for joining us on our top 5. If you have anything that you want us to check out while we're on our scouting trip, you're running out of time because we're leaving soon, but leave them in the comments down below. And other than that, thank you guys so much. Looking forward to bringing you along with us.